This is what happened when Woody, Luke and Fence, 3 useless golfers, took part in an amateur golf tournament. Welcome to the Road to the Belfry series, episode 4. Enjoy!
So it's come down to the last 9 holes. Me and Woody haven't played anywhere near our best in this competition and find ourselves down near the bottom of the leaderboard. Fence, however, has played quite well and is right in the mix for the top 6 qualification places. We were the first group out on the second day, so the rest of the field has more holes to play than we do. So with that in mind, Fence could do with a strong finish to keep himself in contention for qualification to the final at the Belfry. Let's see how we get on. So getting the back 9 underway, we've got Fence on hole 10. This is a 296 yard par 4. Has a major camber to the right, this one, so it's difficult to keep your ball in play. Fence has judged it well though and kept his down the right hand side. I've played pretty much the same shot I played the day before, only this time it's not wound up behind the tree in the centre of the fairway, so I should have a shot into the green this time.
Better than yesterday, Wood. Loads better than yesterday. Oh, nice cart path bounce.
Woody's played a much better shot. He's not lost the ball for starters.
You near that white, yeah, just past that yellow stick, mate.
And he'll have a shot looking at the green for shot number 2 with an 8 iron. He's pulled this left though and it's come up short. So it's not a bad miss. Fence then, 110 yards away, hitting P-wedge. Looking to try and get this on the dance floor. I don't think he's too far away. I think it winds up on the front edge. I'm hitting a 9-iron into the green. Again, I've got a much better line than the previous day, and that works out pretty well. Woody chipping on with his 9-iron as per usual. He's done a pretty good job of judging that down the hill. And he'll have a putt for par there. Fence just trying to get this close. Unfortunately, just hit it too hard, so he'll have a testing putt coming back for par there. I put a nice roll on this one. It never really had the line, but it's a very easy clean up for a par. Fence could do with this one. Great line, just not enough power. And he cleans up for a bogey, so it's a solid 2 points on the card. The par would have been nice, but it's not a disaster.
Oh, I nearly said to you, don't leave the
Woody just cannot get anything going with this putter.
Nice, man.
And also cleans up for a respectable bogey. On to the 11th then, and this I think is one of the hardest holes on the course, so it's one of the holes that Fence gets 2 shots on. Woody's judged his driver well, got past the water, so he'll have a look down the fairway. Fence had already decided he was going to play this one as a par 5, get to the green in 3, 2 putt for a bogey, and come away with 3 points if he can.
Lovely.
So it's a good start for him.
You know that tree on the left, that big, that line?
Woody goading me into a tiger line.
Oh.
So I gave it a go.
Short the water?
Yeah, try.
I didn't pull it off though.
Yeah, too short. As soon as you said it, I was like, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Chopping out of the thick cabbage now. And this just gets over the water also. Woo. So I'm up near Woody's first drive.
There's the ravine magnet on the left. It's a hybrid up towards the right.
Woody not wanting to dance with that little ravine on the left again. So he's piped it way over to the right hand side of the fairway. I've got almost a carbon copy of the shot I had the previous day. And I've hit another good 2-iron on this hole, but I've just overcooked it. And it's turned into the left trees just at the side of the green. Fence then just laying up with the 7-iron. He just wants to give himself a shot into the green. And that's exactly what he's done here. He's happy with that one. Woody can get on for 3. Clipping a 7-iron onto the green here, but it comes up short.
That was looking good.
So Fence, 90 yards left in, hitting his P-wedge. Just wants to land this anywhere on the dance floor. If it winds up near the DJ, even better.
Shot 4, I am 9-ironing it to within 3 foot of the pin.
Big words from Woody. And I'll be surprised if that's 3 foot from the pin. So as you can see, I've wound up in the trees on the left hand side. Tried to chip this through the trees, caught the branches, and it's dropped down at the side of the green. So now I've got a clear line to the green and can chip that one on. Woody's actually ran through the back of the green. He's duffed his first chip. Attempt 2 with his head going. And he does put it within 3 foot. It's a very nice chip. Just 3 shots too late. Taps in for the 7, so it's still a point on the card for Woody. Me for a double. And it's a very unlikely double. Fence. Could he steal a par? No, it was a good effort though. And as he planned to, he cleans up for a bogey. And 3 points on the card, so it's well played for Fence.
Fence, you're in the running, man.
Yeah, playing really well so far. Blobbed on the first hole, which wasn't ideal. But I think I've had 3 or 4 pars so far, which have turned into 3-pointers. Just had a bogey on the last hole, but I got 2 shots on there, so that's a 3-pointer. And then quite a few 2s, so
Can I just ask you a question?
I'm doing alright.
Fence, why are you putting a phone voice on to the camera?
You're not at work, mate, are you?
Cheers everyone, thanks guys.
You don't want to know about my round.
Yeah. Me and Woody are just here to hype him up at this point. You are representing up and down here now, mate.
Yeah, let's Road to the Belfry. We've got, what, 7 holes left. So,
Thank you for calling.
steady. Thank you, yeah.
So on to hole 12. It's a tricky hole, this one. It's a big dogleg left, all uphill. Woody's tried to judge his slice here, but just caught the trees.
You know that second tree?
Yeah. It hits
He ends up having to take an unplayable down there, unfortunately. I hit one of my better drives of the day. Nicely drew round the corner, that one. And Fence judging his shot shape really nicely. Up on the right hand side of the fairway there.
Just centre of fairway.
So this is Woody's 3rd shot, having had to take an unplayable drop. And he's just pumped that one up to the centre of the fairway. Fence then from the centre of the fairway, 204 yards out, so it's tough to get there in 2, especially when it's uphill. But he's progressed the ball nicely.
I'm getting stared at.
I'm just taking in some of the local scenery. Pretty special that, never seen that before on a golf course. This ball sounded absolutely fantastic flying through the air. It was just a club short, unfortunately.
I'm not pumping it, I'm chunking it.
Woody trying to get his ball up towards the green. The hybrid didn't go too well and the P-wedge had just been pulled left of the green. Fence looking to get on for 3. And he's just struggling with his chipping uphill.
It's fine though.
So it's take 2.
Looks nice. Yeah, looks
And that
good.
one's gone a lot better. I'm chipping on for 3 as well. And mine's wound up short. Didn't put enough juice on it. Woody's bladed that 9-iron somewhat right to the other edge of the green. I'm trying to put this close. And I've done not too badly a job with that, to be honest. Woody for 7. This chip never really had a look at going in. I'm trying to clean up for a bogey. And it grazes the hole. I have to tap in for a double.
Nice, Woody.
Come on, an 8.
Woody hyping himself up.
8 or bogeys.
Fence with a long putt. It was on a great line. He's just not giving it enough juice also.
If I'm not 8 I'm bogeying.
Taps in for a 6 on a tough hole, so it's another pint on the card. Could have been better, but could have been worse. Through 30 holes, Fence finds himself in 2nd place, but he could do with a bit more of a buffer to keep him there come the end of the day. He's picked up 6 points through the first 3 holes on the back 9, so it's a decent start.
Fence has just said to me that his heart's going now.
Yeah.
He thinks he's leading on the Stableford points, but we're the first group out today.
Yeah.
You just need to keep your nerve, mate.
To come in, but yeah, I just got to play steady golf, haven't I?
Yeah, get rid of that phone voice. And just play some steady golf.
I don't know what to say. Yeah, steady golf will get me through.
Let's go, Fence!
Come on.
Hole 13 then is yet another par 4, 372 yards. Fence has sliced this one big time though.
I didn't, mate. I can't see it for tree. I saw it line.
Not the drive he was looking for, unfortunately. Woody taking almost the same line, just less distance. So they'll be both down the right hand side somewhere. I've sent mine to the moon. That one went so high I never even saw that one come down. So Woody's hitting out of the rough on the right hand side, just trying to get his ball back into the fairway to give himself a line towards the green. He's done just that. Fence has found his in the rough down the right, and unfortunately he's not hit this left enough and winds up in the rough down towards the right hand side of the green there. Woody pipes a good 3 hybrid down towards the green. It misses on the right hand side, unfortunately. I'm hitting my 7-iron towards the green, and I strangely missed on the right hand side. I don't know if there was a left to right wind that we'd all just misread, but we all seem to be down this right hand side. So this is my 3rd shot chipping onto the green, and that's gone okay. Fence had a bit of a mare on this hole, I think, and he's missed a chip or 2. Woody will be wishing he'd done the same thing when he sees this one back.
Still not stopped rolling. That's no.
So after his ball had finished mugging him off, his 5th shot is a difficult chip up a tall hill towards the green. And after thinking about it, he's going to run up that hill and just tap this one onto the green. So after digging himself out of the rough, it took him 2 shots, but he did get onto the green for 5. He just didn't record it. And he's 2 put on the green for a 6. So not a great hole for Fence, but not a disaster either. That's a pretty disappointing par putt from me. And I clean up for a bogey and 1 point on the card also. And Woody can still not drop a putt from anything outside a foot. Cleans up for what must be a record number of 8s. On to the 14th. This is a 340-yard par 4.
Beauty, mate. Absolute
Dog leg
killer.
to the right. As you can see, it all cambers down to the left.
Yeah.
So you almost want to land this on the right sort of bend of the fairway. With that in mind, I've tried to hit a slice down the left-hand side, and I've just pushed it out right
Yeah, just in front of the tee.
and nearly killed the Springfield lads on the next tee box.
Yes, Wood.
Woody judges his shot shape perfectly though, and he'll have a good shot for his 2nd.
That's a corker, mate.
I've got a totally blind 2nd shot. And I've nearly killed Ollie, who shows some Matrix-like reflexes. Apologies for that one, mate. Woody's chunked this hybrid though, unfortunately, for his second. It is down the fairway some, so it's not a disaster. His head's starting to go though, by the sounds of it. Some outrageous camera placement here from Fence. Tough to have any idea what's going on. We saw him hit a golf ball. That's about as much information as that shot gave me. Woody hitting a very good shot with his P-wedge from 90 yards. So I've missed a chip here. I had to dig it out of some long rough, and it wound up not going very far. So this is my shot fourth onto the green. Woody to clean up for par. Just not happening for him. It's an easy bogey. Deserved a par though for the approach shot there. I've had to hammer that up the hill. It's not gone too bad. Trying to save the double. And I've done the same thing Woody's done. So I'll have to settle for a triple and no points. And Fence has just left that short for a birdie. That would have been huge.
Is that for bird? Yeah. Oh, get in.
But an easy par, and it's an extra 3 points. Hole 15 is another par 4, but it's a short one this one. 266 yards.
It's not a long hole.
So as long as you don't get caught up in the trees on the right hand side, you will likely have an easier shot into the green.
90% air, mate.
Woody dodging trees there.
Yeah.
But they'll both have looks at the greens from where they are.
A good one.
I've been hitting some dodgy drives, so I've finally hit a decent one this time.
No in between, is there? There's literally no in between.
Woody, 130 yards out.
How do I go perfect approach?
Duffed.
I wonder whether I was thinking I had to tonk that because I took a 7 and not something longer.
You think?
Fence 110 out. You could do with the green in regulation here. And I think he's just about secured one. Just on the back edge of the green. Woody with his P-wedge. It's the right distance, but he pulls this left. So he'll be chipping onto the green from the left-hand side.
This is a realistic look at eagle.
72 yards. I chip in from here all the time.
It'd been up and down first, surely.
An eagle? Yeah. 102, right, mate. Let me just deliver it for you.
Have you had an eagle before?
Never. Good evening, Green.
It's not bad.
Not sure where mine and Woody's heads are at this moment in time, but we're enjoying ourselves, and that's all that matters. I've opted to use Woody's 9-iron bump and run at the side of the green, and that's worked really nicely for me here. Fence trying to get this close for his par. Woody's just let you know there that he's not filmed his chip onto the green. It was getting a bit hectic at this point. We had the whole field behind us, so filming was becoming more stressful. Fence unfortunately 3 putts for a bogey, but it is still 2 points, so it's not a disaster. Woody trying to 2-putt from where he is. And he just... It's unbelievable, but he just cannot do it, the poor lad. Hole 16 then is a short par 4, but it's a very daunting tee shot. You've got this thin sort of corridor lined by trees, which Fence has caught there on the right hand side.
I was legit holding that in until you took that shot.
It's just minging.
Fence with some absolutely grotesque behaviour on the tee box there. I've carried all the trees though. It's gone a little bit right, but it'll be absolutely fine past the trees. So Woody and Fence are down in this little gully. Fence couldn't find his first ball, so he's had to drop down here. So that was shot 4, unfortunately for him. It didn't go well, and shot 5's not gone much better. He doesn't mean his pants, he just means the score on the hole.
Yeah.
And he does decide to give up after that one.
Yes, good shot.
Woody finds his at the bottom of the hill and gets out
Come
first time
on.
of asking, so the hole is still very much alive for him. However, he seems to be good for one duffed iron a hole at the moment, and he's had another one there. Mine was fine, but I've got to sort of punch it round this tree that was in the way. 111 yards, so I've taken a 7 iron. That's gone not too bad.
Go on then. Chase.
Woody's chip's just come up a little short. So my third shot's chipping onto the green. And I thought I might have overcooked this one, but it winds up nicely near the pin. Woody trying to chip in.
Oh, he nearly did as well.
He gave it a good effort. Can he clean it up? No, still no luck with the putter for Woody. Cleans up for a triple. So having seen Woody's putt, you'd think I'd have a read on this. And I've missed on the other side. And clean up for a bogey. So a tough hole for the boys there. So 4 holes later, we've now played 34 holes in total, and Fence is still up at the top of the leaderboard. However, given the extra holes the others have to play, he really could do with some magic scoring on the last 2 holes to give himself any chance of qualifying. Hole 17 then. Fence with it all to do. If you can get some good points on these last 2 holes, you never know. And that drive's going to put him in A1 position, so it's a good start.
I'm going to have a series of videos where I slowly...
Woody's hit a good drive down the left hand side and it's sliced back into the fairway.
I just need John Z.
I'm going to try and do the same thing. I've ended up taking a more aggressive line though.
I've not heard any trees.
It's bounced in.
And I get lucky with it. Woody not quite catching this 3 hybrid.
Second from last hole.
And me not having the same disaster I had the day before with the 2 iron. Connect with this one first time and that'll put me nicely down the fairway. Fence catches his hybrid quite well. Woody also catching his hybrid quite well. So I've got 90 yards into the green and I'm hitting my wedge again. And you can see what I think of that one. Chunked it, and it's come up a good bit short. Just no confidence with the wedges in my hand on these days, to be honest. Back to potato camp. The Fence has got a massive flyer here. And he smashed it straight over the back of the green and into the water behind. So he's having to drop and he's hitting shot 5 onto the green. He can pretty much say goodbye to getting any points on this hole, unfortunately. Woody's got a 9 iron onto the green from 77 yards. And that one just comes up a little short.
1 for 4.
Oh man.
That has totally summed up my golf over the 2 days. That's a shot I'd usually feel very comfortable with. After all the putts Woody missed, he nearly sunk one from 30 feet. It's a better chip from me this time. A little overcooked. So Fence to try and save a point. And he's left that a long way short. And taps in for his 7. That's a 0 points. And you can see he's disappointed with that one. Woody, still messing around with his putter. Determined to 3-putt nearly every green he gets on. Trying to save my 6 here. Tricky putt from where I was. I left it close though, and I can tap in for a 7. Really, really tough hole for the lads there. On to hole 18 then. It's a par 3 over the water, just at the back of the clubhouse. Fence stripes a great hybrid that just misses on the right hand side. Woody's taking driver, determined to carry the water first time of asking.
Break, lad.
Not before vandalising the course and his clubs. I wish I could say that was the first time he'd let his trolley roll down the hill. If you've ever seen some antics sum up a man's round, I don't think that 20 seconds of action there could paint a better picture of Woody's 2 days.
Take 2.
Good, mate. Great recovery, that. It's dancing as well. Come on.
Just steadying myself.
Absolutely shambolic. I'm taking a 5-iron. And I fat the hell out of this one. And get very lucky. It just carries the water.
About 5-inch behind ball.
Shot 2 then, just trying to hit a 60 wedge onto the green. And I've bladed this one miles past. Back to potato camp. Fence has given up, so he started parking the buggy back in front of the camera again. It's a decent chip onto the green. Can Woody muster up some magic? He never had the line on this one. You can see when he moves.
Putt for par.
He does have a putt for par. So my second attempt is trying to chip onto the green. And this one's gone much better. And will give me a look at saving a bogey there. Fence for his par. And some pride. And it's another one where he's got a great line, just not enough juice. 2 points. So it's 2 points through the last 2 holes. And just for good measure, after nearly completing 36 holes, he stands in the way of Woody's shot. It wouldn't be fenced though if he didn't block at least one shot. And I cleaned up for a double. 1 point. And that wraps up the 2 rounds for the boys. And so, after 36 mostly enjoyable holes, we've come to the end of the Shrigley Hall qualifier for the Road to the Belfry. Woody and myself, after a very underwhelming performance over the 2 days, find ourselves in 33rd and 27th place. I think the best thing you can say about us is that we took part. Fence then, after playing some pretty solid golf throughout, actually ended up finishing in 14th place. The top 6 places got more points than I was expecting to be needed to qualify, so that means that all 3 up and down boys missed the cut for the final at the Belfry. We were disappointed but thoroughly enjoyed the 2 days, and I caught up with the lads behind Springfield Golf to say thanks.
Right, so we're all finished up at the Springfield. Me, I'm here with James and Ollie, the faces of Springfield Golf. I just want to say thanks, guys, for having us. We've had a class day. Mate. Sorry, we couldn't bring our A game, unfortunately. Let's give it a go.
Fence had a run at it.
Fence was storming. I was watching the leaderboard.
He was there. He was there. He was in the running. But I just wanted to say thanks for having us. And when are your other dates for your other meets?
Yeah, so we've got Why Boston, which is a sellout. That's good news for us, which is 13th and 14th of May. We've got Telford, which is the third qualifier, 28th and 29th of May. We've got a little bit of a break until the qualifier for De Vere, Wokefield, sort of Berkshire way, on the 18th and 19th of June, and then qualifier 5 at Tudor Park on the 23rd and 24th of July. Get yourselves down, 6 spots go through from each. Hopefully, one of you guys can get through.
And the finals at the Belfry, isn't it?
Finals on the 11th of August, which is just a day event. Again, that'll be about 6 people to go through into it, 32 in the field for the final.
And a £3,500 prize.
£3,500 and a 10k hole-in-one at every qualifier, including the Belfry as well.
Yep, I was nowhere near that.
No
I had a
one
nice line.
goes.
I had a nice line, yeah.
We had a few
last night,
shots.
Got there this day. It's not on, is it? It's only first day.
I know.
But no,
They screwed us with the 10 position a bit.
oh, I know, and it's loads better today.
Loads better today.
But no, genuinely, thanks for having us out. And if you are thinking about going, I mean, we've had a spiffing time. And like, you're really well
We've not paid
organised.
him to say that.
No, honestly, we've had a cracking time. Really well organised. It's all gone really smoothly. So yeah, thanks.
Luke, been a pleasure having you
Very
down.
much,
Yeah, shame we didn't play better, but
I know.
another time.
I know. I
Thanks for
will.
coming
I'll be
down.
back and I'll be better. I
We'll
promise.
see you down.
Looking
hopefully
forward to
some
seeing
point.
the drone footage. It's going to be good. You should probably on this video.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what you do on video?
That's it. Yeah.
Subscribe,
It'll be on.
Yeah,
It'll be on.
Like and subscribe.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
So that concludes the Road to the Belfry series for us. I really appreciate each and every one of you that watched any of the videos. I spent a very long time putting these together, and despite Fence's best efforts, I think the whole series came out pretty well. Please remember to like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel for more golf content in the future. We've got a few things lined up that I think you'll really like, so stay tuned for that. Thanks all for watching, and I'll see you next time.